Last time on Factorio.
But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to be going from here. So, more power, more furnaces, more mining, trains. Sounds like it's going to be exciting coming up. Okay, since the last time, power is still a problem. But since I did get fully power independent on my coal, I've got a nice backup and full buffer chests. So I'm not having blackouts anymore. But I am having the problem of I'm only meeting a third of my demand for power. So if I click on here, my satisfaction is only at about 30% and I'm fully producing. So yes, we have a problem there. So my solution to that was to increase the power demand by adding stone bricks back to my furnaces. That was a little bit of sarcasm, but that was something that I did do. And that's not helping my power problem. But what it is doing is it allowed me to start automating nuclear power. If I get off the map, I can actually click on my assembling machine. So yes, I'm starting to automate nuclear reactors now. I also have heat exchangers and heat pipes. So here shortly, I'm going to be able to start using nuclear power. So I don't think I'm going to bother with expanding this guy since it's going to be obsolete soon anyways. So I'm going to continue working on getting the nuclear reactors made. I think I want to run with 4. I think that's going to be about as many as I'm going to need for my big base. I don't know yet. I haven't figured power cost. I just think that 4 is a good number. Anyways, I'm going to continue working on that and I shall be back. Okay, so I was looking into nuclear power, like just looking at all the stuff that I've got, and I realized I was not making the steam turbines. I was not going to be able to make power from my nuclear reactors. So now I've got that going. I'm making my steam turbines. I'm also making some storage tanks so I can store any excess steam from my heat exchangers. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make this work, but I am going to make this work. Okay, well, I ran into another problem. I'm just not thinking this through, and I have no idea what to do with this. I have never used nuclear power before. So I did not make a centrifuge. The centrifuge... Here, let's throw one down. And let me throw those back in. So the centrifuge actually lets me refine uranium ore into the 2 uranium ore products. And it also allows me to make to recycle the used uranium fuel cells. It also gives me the Covarex enrichment process. All of which I think I need? Big question mark there. So yeah, I'm making those now. I'm still learning. But I'm fairly certain this is all the stuff that I need to use nuclear fuel, or to use a nuclear reactor. I don't know. I'm gonna continue trying to figure that stuff out, and I shall be back. So, I'm out here at a large stone deposit, because yeah, I decided that the amount of stone that I was using down here to make my concrete was outworking my production facility, and that was outpacing my stone mining operation up here. Regardless, yeah, I'm now mining stone remotely, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why I'm out here. I could have moved back to base so I could talk more about stuff. But yeah, so now I'm remotely making stone. I also want to talk about the intersections that I've been making. Because last time I just talked about the little novelty, the novelty diamond interchange. Yeah, that's what they're called. Now I've made a proper roundabout interchange with a slip lane through the middle. My rails really aren't high enough priority yet, or not high enough priority, but they aren't high enough capacity yet. I don't have too many things running through them yet to justify needing anything other than a roundabout. So yeah, I've got those running. I even replaced my little novelty diamond interchange with one of these just because I don't want to destroy my train throughput through a dinky little interchange. I think I'm going to head back and start working on my nuclear power again. And once I figure out stuff with that, which, I haven't really been thinking about since I'm over here instead of making it, once I figure out that stuff, I'll be back. Okay. So I think I have everything figured out. I run my sulfuric acid up here, pushed it into all of my miners, which I packed as densely as I could because, I don't want to run pipes in between them. So I just packed them as densely as I could. They run up here into these centrifuges. The centrifuges then produce the 2 types of uranium. Ooh, look, there's a shiny bit. The shiny bit comes up here, gets put up here, into here, and then this guy pulls it out, and with 19 of the other bit, the duller bit, and some iron plates, turns it into nuclear fuel. And then I've got this guy, whose job is to take the used uranium fuel cells and turn them into the non-shiny bits. And yeah, I kind of overdid it on the nuclear fuel assemblers, but if I ever need that much, I can start activating them. I don't know how much I need. Anyways, so now it's ready to go. Ugh, why did it get nighttime right when I'm talking about this stuff? So I'm going to race the nuclear fuel down to my reactors. So here are the reactors. It takes in the fuel cells from this inner row and then puts out the old ones on the outer row, which goes back up to that centrifuge. Oh, here it goes. Awesome. So now, I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, there, it's warming up. How are the heat pipes doing? Okay, they're already up to 100 degrees Celsius. But this one's at 30. Why aren't these doing anything? I guess I need to wait for it to warm up. Well, that's anticlimactic. Let me set up some lights over here. By set up lights, I mean throw down power poles so we can see. There we go. So anyways, once all this warms up, these heat exchangers will turn this water that I've got over here into steam, and it gets pumped down these steam pipes, which gets pumped over here into this, my steam battery. And then from there, these guys will take the steam from the steam battery and pump it down and turn on, and then I'll have my power. And I think I've got the right ratio. So 4 of these to a whole bunch of these to a whole bunch of these. Really, I don't know what the ratio is. I looked at the ratio. I said, okay, that sounds right. and then I just went with it. So yeah, I'll let this warm up, and I'll be back once I'm using nuclear power. Okay, so while I was waiting for that to warm up, I decided to double the number of research labs. I am running 20 now. And it's starting to put a strain on everything else. So I might need to expand my assemblers to compensate for the new number of labs, but it'll be fine. But anyways, that's beside the point. I am now running exclusively on the nuclear power. If I come up here, so I've got this accumulator set up as a sort of a power indicator. So if the energy starts running low, it'll cut this on, and then my steam engines will start running again. But for now, I'm barely using any amount of these. Like, I'm using maybe 10% of my power, or of my potential power. Anyways, where was I at? Oh, right. So I reconnected this to my main power grid. I moved the solar panels and accumulators off over to this one, and this one's functioning independently. So if something catastrophic happens, and for whatever reason my nuclear fuel setup just stops working, and this guy runs out of coal, because, you know, reasons, I will have this one set up on nothing but solar power, and then I won't have to worry about it. Hi, baby. Hi. Yeah. Lay back down. You're a good baby. Lay back down. But yeah, the whole point of this was to make sure that this would function independently from the rest of my factory, and it does. I think the only thing left from here is the rocket silo. I think that's the last thing that I have to do. I've got power covered. I've got all of the science pack types researching, or not researching, being produced. I think the only one I've got left is the space science, but that one I have to put satellites on a rocket launch. So I guess the next thing for me to do is the rocket silo. I'm live from the editing software. Well, not really. I haven't started editing this video yet. Let's go back to now. So this is me from the future. A lot has happened since I first created my nuclear reactor. I've had a ton of issues with it. Just keep shutting off. The power cell was bad. I remade the power cell. That was also a bad idea. And I finally found the source of all of my problems, which kind of goes back to the problems I had with the steam, like the big steam battery I made. I was producing enough, but the pressure was bad. Now, let me kind of explain on that. So, each pipe has a throughput capacity. If you try to put too much into it, it's not going to fit. So, all of these offshore pumps were all on the same pipe. So they kept overfilling that pipe, kind of like this little set down here is doing. Down here. So this set is currently overfilling this pipe. This is what I was doing before. I'm not worried about this since this one's just supplying a couple of things. It's not that big of a deal for me. But when you have such a large setup like this, these pumps just overfilled the front of the pipe, but the stuff at the back of the pipe, where the pipe terminated, just weren't getting fluid. And the same was happening with the steam. I was overfilling the front of the pipe, but the back of I guess it's the back, like these guys at the front were filling it, and these guys in the back, it was the guys in the back filling it, and these guys in the front couldn't put more steam in it. So the way I needed to sort that was single offshore pump to a dozen heat exchangers to 20 steam engines in an isolated unit. So this steam pipe doesn't cross-contaminate any of the other steam pipes. This water pipe doesn't cross-contaminate any of the other water pipes. It's all just a single unit from this offshore pump to these heat exchangers to these steam turbines. So learn from my mistakes. This is me from the future, signing off. That was kind of cheesy. That was really cheesy. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I guess other than that, I think that's about it for this video. I mean, I got the nuclear power set up pretty easily, I guess. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.